Welcome to San Francisco, everyone, as doubleheader Sunday continues here on CBS. The Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers are set to kick it off. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armin Katayan on hand here at 3Com Partners. Dick Vermeil, in his second year as the Chiefs head coach, has turned things around. And Steve Mariucci's 49ers come in here winners of 5 of their last 6 games in his 6th year as the head man here in San Francisco. The 49ers have won the toss. They have elected to receive. And all signs point to some points going on the board today, Mr. Simms.
That's right, Greg. We were here early. It was raining. It was windy. It's gone away. It's a beautiful day right now.
Well, it's not beautiful, but it's getting
beautiful compared to what it was.
That's right. Morton Anderson ready to kick it away. And it will not come out of the end zone, which means that Jeff Garcia and the San Francisco 49ers will start from their own 20-yard line. The 49er offensive line features veteran Derek Dees, who hasn't allowed a sack all year. And Jeff Garcia, what do the Niners need to do today?
Keep their offense off the field as much as possible. I think we need to have balance. We've been good at having balance all season long. Get the running backs involved. Get our big weapons like T.O., Ty Streets, J.J. Stokes involved in the passing game, and just continue to move me around in the pocket.
On first down, pump fake by Garcia and throws over the middle, and that's complete to J.J. Stokes, just short of the 25-yard line. So it'll be second down. A look at the Kansas City defense. The front line for the Chiefs, 5th-year defensive end Eric Hicks, the team leader in sacks with 5. The Kansas City linebackers, Fujita and Myslowski, flank Marcus Patton, who's in his 201st consecutive regular season game. The secondary, cornerback Eric Warfield, will draw a lot of responsibility for coverage of Terrell Owens today. There's Greg Robinson, the defensive coordinator for the Chiefs. His Chiefs looking at a 2nd and 5 from the 25. Hurst in motion, Garcia over the middle, and that's complete to the tight end Justin Swift, out over the 35 to the 36-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a first down.
Well, you can see what the 49ers want to do today. Jeff Garcia said to us on Friday, I'd like to throw the football to the sidelines because I'm going to have my wide receivers covered one-on-one. And the reason why they get that one-on-one coverage to guys like Terrell Owens and J.J. Stokes is because they've been running the football very well.
On first down, the give to Garrison. Hurst tries the right side and gets it out to about the 39. Eric Hicks drags him down there. And as you mentioned, Phil, rain in the Bay Area this week, rain here this morning prior to kickoff, but the field is looking pretty decent.
The field looks very good. It was going to a concern, they thought, but during warm-ups, the players ran well. They made cuts. It didn't tear it up. And you know, Greg, to talk about this Kansas City defense, it's been giving up big plays, a lot of points. Last week or 2 weeks ago against the Oakland Raiders, a lot of zones, being conservative. It stopped the big plays, and that's what they want to do here today.
Warfield up tight on Owens. Owens with the quick pass to the sideline and out across the 45 to about the 46 or 47-yard line. Fujita ran him out there.
Now, the one reason why you want to play zones and you want to always be looking where the football is. And that's what happens when you play a zone defense. Even though Owens gets a nice little gain after the catch, you can see there are Kansas City Chief defenders coming towards him. And also you want to play a zone against a mobile quarterback. Don't take your eyes off of Jeff Garcia.
Another 49er first down. The give is to Hurst, and Hurst can't shake the tackler, Shenard Hartz, coming up from his safety position. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Well, you know, there's a couple things, a lot of things I want to talk about today. But first, talking to Steve Mariucci, they play the Oakland Raiders last week. It was emotional. It was physical. It goes into overtime. And his goal, he said, all week was just to try to freshen his team up. Shortened practice, went out, no pads all during the week, trying to get them going again because it was a game where his players did get beat up last week.
On 2nd and 10, Garcia, play fake, still has the ball, complete to Owens over the middle, and Owens to the 47 of the Kansas City Chiefs, where Fujita makes the stop. And let's take you back to New York. Jim Nantz has an update. Jim.
All right, Greg and Phil, a quick update. A lot of folks were watching this game earlier. San Diego down 4, driving, closing seconds, and just a moment ago, The ball intercepted by the Rams in the end zone. Just 11 seconds left. They're going to fall on it. Looks like the Rams are going to win a 4th straight. Let's go back to you.
And with Kurt Warner on the horizon, Mark Bulger is playing a heck of a game at quarterback for the Rams.
That's not a good description. He is playing terrific. You could even say great. And today he threw the ball extremely well. Watching it, Greg.
3rd and 4. Garcia. That's complete and brought down as Ty Streets. And it appears to be right at the first down marker.
Well, he had the first down. It looked like he came backwards after he made the catch, but he gets a good spot, and it's enough for the first down.
That's 5 completions to 4 different receivers by Garcia.
Well,
take another look.
It's going to take some patience for Jeff Garcia as he drops back to pass. The defense drops very deep, and then he realizes it, looks for Ty Streets, coming underneath, hits the short pass, and picks up the first down. Kansas City being very, very conservative in their pass coverage.
Garcia on the move, throws complete to Hurst out of the backfield, and Hurst stood up at about the 37-yard line. And it's very clear the philosophy of the Kansas City defense. Let them complete short passes and then hold them to yardage after the catch.
Well, that's yards after the catch. You said it, Greg. It's Greg Robinson. That's the theory. Are your players, is your defense good enough, athletic enough to do that to the 49er offense? That's what the Denver Broncos did, and it worked. So the Kansas City Chiefs trying to copy it and see if it works for them.
These Chiefs beat Oakland in overtime. Or rather, the 49ers beat Oakland, and the Chiefs had a bye week, and the previous week they beat the Oakland Raiders. Kevin Barlow picks his way across the 35 to the 34, and it'll be 3rd down and short yardage.
Well, let's watch Kevin Barlow talking to Steve Mariucci. This 49er team, since he's been here as the head coach, they do not turn the football over. They do not fumble. Kevin Barlow, the 4 points of pressure. We learned a little football this weekend from Coach Mariucci, didn't we, Greggy? And how to carry the football properly. His players do it. That's why they don't fumble it.
Play fake. Garcia has time. Down the middle. End zone incomplete. Overthrew Terrell Owens.
Well, one thing the Kansas City Chiefs, they want to do today, a couple things. This pass goes long because the 49ers realize they're going to go for it on 4th down. But you got Greg Wesley and William Barty double covering Terrell Owens as he goes down the field.
So it's 4th and 1. The 49ers need a yard. This is the 11th play of a drive that began at the 20-yard line of San Francisco. Beasley and Paul Smith in the backfield. And we get a timeout.
Well, the reason why they went for the score, because they already made the decision, Steve Mariucci on the sideline, they were going to go for it on 4th down if they didn't pick it up. So Jeff Garcia did the right thing. He looked deep. Even though there were some receivers that were short who were wide open, he tried to get the score.
This would be a 52-yard field goal attempt if they went for it.
And it's breezy, so that's why you go for it on 4th down.
And Jose Cortez missed one at the end of the game about half that distance a week ago.
Well, Greg, just when we were talking to Steve Mariucci, talking to Jeff Garcia, look at his numbers. And, last week he ran the ball a lot. He took a lot of hits. And when we talked to him on Friday, he said, hey, he was still beat up, still tired from the game. Wednesday, he was real sluggish and started to feel a little better as the week went on and off to a good start today.
So on 4th and 1 from the 34, Fred Beasley and Paul Smith in the backfield with Garcia. Owens in motion. The give is to Beasley, and he gets a first down. Fred Beasley had 5 carries against the Oakland Raiders, and all of them went for a first down. He picks up 3 on this one, and it's first down at the 31. And we welcome those of you who have been watching San Diego against the St. Louis Rams. Greg Gumbel, Phil Simms, Armin Kateyan at 3Com Park. The San Francisco 49ers with a first down at the Kansas City 31-yard line. Quick pass, and that's complete to J.J. Stokes to about the 25-yard line. This is a drive that began at the San Francisco 20-yard line and included a 4th-and-1 conversion just a moment ago.
Well, as you watch this drive, we're getting down to 6.5 minutes. The 49ers have had the football. Kansas City, their theme, just telling all the people who just joined us now, is to play conservative on defense. Don't give up the big plays. The 49ers being conservative on offense and just taking 5 yards at a time and marching right down the field.
They're very patient on offense and taking little chunks of yardage at a time. This is Hurst on the left side. And Hurst spins across the 25 to the 24. Fujita and Patton making the tackle.
You know, a lot of people might think, hey, it must be hard for a quarterback to be patient and do what Jeff Garcia is doing on a drive like this. Trust me, it's not. There's nothing a quarterback likes more than having a defense just play zone where he can keep dumping it off, because you just go. It makes you feel good. When you throw those passes and they're complete and you get a couple first downs, it gives a quarterback confidence, rhythm, and it just makes him a better thrower.
That's how 49ers have gone through their 13 offensive plays so far. Garcia on a roll. Pulls it down and now throws it away. Incomplete. Eric Hicks was the man on Garcia. And remember, these first several plays have already been scripted by Steve Mariucci.
Steve Mariucci scripts 19 plays. But as you watch it, Jeff Garcia trying to get to the outside. They do not do a good job of getting Eric Hicks to stay inside.
So Jose Cortez will line up what appears to be a 42-yard field goal attempt. Kick is away. It is good. Cortez, who won the game last week in overtime with a field goal against the Raiders. Steve Mariucci watches him put 3 on the board for the 49ers here in the first quarter. Jeff Garcia engineered a 56-yard drive that took 7 minutes and 54 seconds off the clock here in the first quarter.
If Kansas City keeps playing that defense, Greg, we are going to have one fast ball game today.
Cortez's kick from the 8-yard line. Dante Hall blocking on the right side. 30, 35, and forward to about the 36 or 37-yard line. Quincy Stewart with the tackle after a 29-yard return. And Trent Green will take charge right after this. Yeah, there are some places it's very picturesque to take a surfboard out, right?
Well,
did you enjoy yourself out there?
Not at all. Surfing's something I will never do.
Yeah, we're expecting this to be a high-scoring game just off the basis of what these teams have done recently. And Trent Green brings the best scoring offense in the league to the line. On the end around, Eddie Kinnison across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Speaking of that Chiefs offense, offensive line, Willie Roaf, Will Shields, 7 Pro Bowls apiece. Trent Green on what works for his offense.
We've had a lot of success this season when we've won the turnover ratio, and we have to keep that going. The other thing is to get Eddie Kinnison and Johnny Morton more involved. Our wide receiver play, they're going to be playing a lot of man-to-man today, so we have to get them involved early.
Double tight end set up. Priest Holmes is in the backfield on 2nd and 2. And this is Holmes, the NFL's leading rusher, looking for a first down and appears to have it. The San Francisco defense up front in his second year out of Cal. Andre Carter, the Niners sack leader, with 7. At linebacker, Julian Peterson, big and fast. He draws the task of helping to shut down the Chiefs' great tight end, Tony Gonzalez. And the ball-hawking secondary has quick safeties in Tony Parrish and Ronnie Hurd. 5 interceptions between them. There's Jim Moore, the defensive coordinator, and his big concern. Priest Holmes, not just a great runner, he's a terrific pass receiver as well. Comes in with 51 receptions. Green to the sideline, all alone, and making the catch is Eddie Kinnison. And there's that involvement with Kinnison right off the bat.
Well, Jim Moore got exactly what he wanted. He goes, I want to make Trent Green throw the football outside. And Trent says, all right, Eddie Kinnison up the field. Nice move to the outside against the mid-plumber, gets wide open. And Greg, you talk about the wide receivers. Dick Vermeil said they took the week off. They came back this week in practice, and he goes, man, my team looked quick. especially the wide receiver. So it kind of works hand in hand. They want to get him involved. They're rested and ready to run.
The pitch to Holmes. Good blocking left side. Inside the 35 to the 33, and Derek Smith pulls him down after a 4-yard gain.
Well, you look at a field. Jim Mora wants the Kansas City Chiefs to throw the football to the outside. And what he was hoping for, he goes, well, the footing on the outside of this field is always bad. But Armin Katayan talked to the players, talked to Coach Mora before the game during warm-ups, and he goes, well, it's not quite what I hoped for. We're still going to stay with our plan, but the footing is really better on the outside today than it is in the middle of the field.
On 2nd and 6. Green pulls it down, now looks the other way, incomplete. And number 88, Tony Gonzalez, hit the turf. Green pulls himself up off the deck.
Against his buddy Tony Parrish, and it's just amazing. Tony Parrish played against Tony Gonzalez in high school in sports. So he was the running back, Gonzalez was the linebacker, then he was the defensive back against the tight end. Good coverage. Gonzalez slips in the middle of the field. The pressure on Trent Green, still enough time to throw the football.
Now on 3rd and 6. Morton and Dante Hall are flanked to the top of your screen. And penalty markers fly. This won't count. Our referee today is Ron Blum. And the 49ers say this is going to go against Kansas City.
Before the ball was snapped, false start. Number 88, offense. 5 yards. Repeat 3rd down.
You know, Greg, I told you about the Kansas City offense. When you look at San Francisco's defense, Jim Moore told us, and he was talking about early in the year, we were being conservative. He says, I just got so tired of watching teams complete all those short passes. Last week they started against the Raiders, being aggressive, trying to cover receivers man-to-man. It worked. They're going to go with that same theory today to make Trent Green throw the ball outside.
Number 85, Mark Borichter, is in at wide receiver. 3rd and 11. Green throws far outside, and that's complete for a first down at the 21-yard line to Eddie Kinnison.
So if you want to do that, if you want to play man-to-man coverage on the outside, that means your rookie corner, Mike Rumph, is going to have to cover some really fast, talented guys out there. And Trent Green knows as he reads the coverage, I have one-on-one coverage to the outside. Nice throw. Eddie Kinnison wide open. And then Mike Rumph, you look at him, a rookie. What did Jim Mora tell us? Time to take the training wheels off for my rookie. He's going to have to go out there today and grow up.
First down at the 20-yard line for Kansas City. Priest Holmes, left side, 15. Forward to the 11-yard line. Mike Rumph coming up to put the first hit on him.
Well, you can tell, I can tell, just standing up here today and looking from afar, because we are pretty far away, is that this Kansas City team, they are quick, they are fresh, and Priest Holmes, it's hard to bring him down with that first hit.
You know, the other thing that Jim Mora was talking about, we were asking him about this Kansas City offense. He says it's very similar to the Rams in terms of shifts and concepts and philosophy of motion on every single play. 2nd and short. Holmes. To the 10, to the 5, to the end zone. And a penalty marker is down. And if this isn't holding, I don't know what is.
That's all right. You can still put this run on your highlight film because that was pretty good by Priest Holmes.
Holding. Number 89, offense. 10 yards. Repeat 2nd down.
Well, holding, that's Jason Dunn, the tight end, the backup tight end. And Greg, just to go back, Priest Holmes. You know, we were watching film and we were sitting there Friday and we kept going, who does it remind us of in our...
Oh, you're going to credit him, aren't you?
Oh, no, Mark Wolf, our producer, he hit it. I go, who is it? I just couldn't hit it. Joe Washington. It's exactly who he reminds me of. Has those feet. He can shuffle them real quick, make the cuts. When you watch it, if you're a football fan, tell me it doesn't remind you of him.
2nd and 13, looking for the end zone, and turning the other way. Borichter couldn't locate the ball as he turned back to the outside.
Perfect throw by Trent Green. Bo Richter does not pick the football up quick enough, and I know that's what Trent Green is saying. As he drops back, again, reads the coverage. You know, the 49ers said they want to make Trent Green throw it outside. I think he's willing to throw it wherever the receivers are open.
3rd and 13. This time the Chiefs spread the field with 5 wide receivers. And Green has the football and is forward to the 16-yard line. That'll bring the field goal unit on.
Well, Greg, tell me what happened there. I think the center snapped the football before he was supposed to, because no lineman moved, and Trent Green did the right thing. Let's just watch it. There comes the ball. Nobody moved, so Casey Wigman is just going, I think the snap count is on 1. It's on 2.
Now here's Morton Anderson in his 21st season. Gary Anderson kicked 2 field goals today to give him 484. Anderson kicks number 482 of his career. This from 33 yards out, and it pulls the Chiefs even at 3. We remind you, you can get breaking NFL news, exclusive analysis, and team power rankings. It's all at CBSSportsline.com or on America Online. Enter keyword CBS Sportsline. Anderson set to kick it away to Jimmy Williams and Paul Smith. That was very short. He did slip on the turf. That's pulled in at the 18-yard line and returned to about the 29 by Kyle Kozier, a rookie offensive tackle. 11-yard return. Jeff Garcia back to work after this.
NFL on CBS is sponsored by T-Mobile. Get more minutes, more features.
With that Morton Anderson field goal, the Chiefs have now scored in 26 consecutive regulation quarters.
Well, when you have Priest Holmes, Tony Gonzalez, Trent Green playing well, good wide receivers, good offensive line,
you should.
I think you can score.
Garrison Hurst alone back in the backfield. Garcia still has it, gets rid of it, hits his man at the 30-yard line. It's Cedric Wilson, number 84. And let's go down to Armin Katayan. Armin.
Thanks, Greg. You know, Dick Vermeil talking to his team this week, and he told us historically they play better coming off a bye week. He said, well, you're going to have to. He said in the last 4 years, only 8 teams have made the playoffs that were 4-4 midway through the season. He said we can't become what we want to be by remaining what we are. In essence, saying to become a playoff team, we have to play like one the last 8 games. That's what we're getting so far down here, Greg. Back to you.
All right, Armin. I know no one in the stadium is happier that it stopped raining than our Armin Katayan. 2nd and 9 from the shotgun. Garcia over the middle. Hits his man to the 35-yard line. Into the 37 is Wilson with a 2nd consecutive reception. And let's check in once again with Jim Nance. Jim.
All right, thank you, Greg. And the final at Carolina, Rodney Peete down 3, trying to pull off something special into the game. It's ruled a fumble. Charles Grant will run it in to give the Saints the final margin of 10. And they're now 7-2 on the season. 34-24 New Orleans. Back to Greg and Phil.
All right, Jim. 3rd and 2 as Trent Green thinks things over on the sideline. Barlow in motion, Beasley straight ahead, and Beasley pulls his way across the 40 for a first down.
Fred Beasley's becoming like the first down specialist, and that time Kansas City, we told you they're going to play conservative on defense. They lined up in there. They were going to pressure the San Francisco offense, but still the offensive line and Fred Beasley push it up in there for a first down.
In the final 25 seconds of the first quarter here in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Pitch for Beasley. Around the right side, cuts it back across the 45 to the 47-yard line. And with that, time will run down. And we have come to the end of the first quarter with the score, Kansas City 3 and San Francisco 3. We'll come back to Freecom Park after this. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Hey, this week, log on to NFL.com as Phil Simms offers his thoughts on the worst and most annoying cliches you hear during game telecasts. Basically a transcription of everything I've said this season. It's a can't misread at NFL.com. America Online's keyword is NFL.com. Kevin Barlow. And Barlow is stacked up. Mike Meslowski and Shenard Hartz converging for the tackle. Were they really annoying to you?
Yes, they are. There's a lot of annoying things. You know, listen, it's like when a player, I complained about other teams and other players, and now that I'm in this business, there's certain phrases, even when I play, there's certain phrases in football that I just don't like, so I wrote a few of them down. And you'll hear them later as I talk along.
Third and long?
Yeah, third and long.
This is third and short. Garcia going to throw for it. Pulls it down, now throws, and that's complete for a first down to Ty Streets across the 50 to the 47-yard line of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Well, what the Kansas City Chiefs, we talked about the conservative defense. Keep Jeff Garcia in the pocket. He stays in there. Look at that windup he takes. Jumps up, tries to make the throwing lane good so the short pass does not get knocked down. And good job by Jeff Garcia and Ty Streets picking up the first down.
And you can tell 10 completions for only 57 yards. He's throwing short today. Garcia still has it. Throws over here to the near sideline, and that's complete to number 89, Streets again. That's enough for a first down to the 33.
Well, they come with the blitz. They put pressure on Jeff Garcia, and he proved once again that he could stand in the pocket and deliver the ball to the outside. Watch this. Moves to his left and still can get enough to throw it all the way to the outside. Ty Streets, really been a nice addition across from Terrell Owens. There's Derek Deese, left tackle coming out of the game.
And Matt Willig has replaced him, number 77. Deese is an amazing story, has not given up a sack to an opposing defensive lineman this season. Kevin Barlow, the lone back behind Garcia on first down. Barlow gets the handoff. Left side. Off of the Willig block. Inside the 25 and spins to the 21. $11 yards and a first down.
You know, you could say all the things you want. The 49ers this year and many years in the past, their offense has been like a staple to this organization. It's been outstanding. And the main reason is the fact that no matter who the runners are, the offensive line, they can always get it done in the running game. And when you get it done running it, and Steve Mariucci, he told us this, Greg, we started running the football well. All of a sudden, Terrell Owens starts catching more passes.
Reverse. Owens with Garcia in front of him. 15, 10, 5. Diving for the end zone and is out of bounds at the 3. $18-yard pickup. It'll be first and goal for the 49ers.
Well, you got to find ways to get the football to your stars. Terrell Owens throw short passes, throw it long, run the reverse with him. And when a defense over pursues, it's up to the coaches to take advantage of it. And that time, Greg Knapp, Steve Mariucci, perfect timing with the reverse.
What a block Jeff Garcia threw on Marcus Patton as you see Derek Deese walking off the field. First and goal, Garcia under pressure and goes down. Ray Crockett got the first hit on him, only the 8th sack Garcia has endured this season, and only the 9th by the 49ers. They came into this game leading in the NFL with the fewest number of sacks allowed.
Well, Jeff Garcia that time was looking for Terrell Owens, and Terrell Owens was double covered, so Garcia has to pull it down. Stays with the wide receiver too long. Look at that. 2 people looking at Owens. Allows the defense to get the sack.
Garrison Hurst, right side to the goal line. Touchdown. Garrison Hurst, his 4th rushing touchdown of the season, and the 49ers reclaim the lead.
Well, when you worry a lot about the wide receivers and you're putting 2 defenders on 2 wide receivers, not enough people inside to stop the running play by Garrison Hurst.
Cortez on for the extra point. And it's perfect. 11:13 to play in the first half. Garrison Hurst rambles 5 yards, and the 49ers with a 10-3 lead. Garrison Hurst, 5-yard touchdown run to put the Niners on top. Bouncing kick, and from the 14-yard line is Dante Hall. And Hall, right side with running room, close to midfield. 35-yard return, and Garrison Hurst's touchdown run is enough to put a smile on the face of Steve Mariucci. He and his Niners lead by 7. He was having a bloody nose 10-2 on the sideline. And maybe this is one of the reasons why. What a terrific block on Marcus Patton on Terrell Owens' run to the 3-yard line to set up the touchdown. Now first down, Trent Green. And the Chiefs over the middle, wide open is Kennison inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Ronnie Hurd brought him down. That's a 21-yard gain.
Boy, you might have to be careful when you're trying to blitz this Kansas City offense. Watch Trent Green as he drops back. Look at the protection up front, and Kennison is wide open. And Ronnie Hurd, it's a good thing he was back in the middle of the field trying to protect against the big play, because he's the only one there to make the tackle.
Boy, Eddie Kennison, 3 receptions for 55 yards already today. On first down. And coming to the outside is Priest Holmes to the 20, to the 18. Tony Parrish there to drag him down, but it's an 11-yard gain and another Kansas City first down.
Well, Priest Holmes, you can tell, Greg, that week off really helped him. And what did he say? He goes, boy, I took the week off last week and got a little rest. And he goes, all my injuries kind of surfaced on me, and quite a list.
And we said, what do you mean? He goes, oh, knots in the leg and the shoulder, fatigue, and MRI showed inflammation and contusions. And go, oh, you were beat up.
Yeah, well, you know what it is? It's like you don't realize how tired you are sometimes until finally it's over. You go, wow, I needed the rest, and that's what kind of happened to him. 8 weeks of getting hit. He needed a week off, recuperated, and fresh and ready to go.
Green throws to the outside, and that's complete to Gonzalez, and Gonzalez fighting his way to about the 12 or 13-yard line. Ahmed Plummer ran him out of bounds after a 5-yard gain.
Well, you talk about Tony Gonzalez. He's being a real good trooper this year, and now you've got Priest Holmes doing so many nice things and trying to throw the football to the wide receiver. Lately, he has been not getting those catches, but he's not complaining because he realized you spread the football around. It's just better for the football team.
2nd and 5. Holmes with blocking. Inside the 10, inside the 5, touchdown.
What blocking up front. The center, Casey Wegman, pulls around, makes a very nice block. Let's take a look at the center as he pulls around. Just leads it up in there like a running back and makes a very nice block on Derek Smith.
Priest Holmes, his 14th rushing touchdown of the season, his 16th touchdown overall. Morton Anderson. And the kick is good. 9:06 to play in the first half. We're tied once again. Nice shot of Alcatraz. It looks different from the outside, you know?
And you would know. Is that what you're telling me? No, you're a goody two-shoes.
Priest Holmes' touchdown run set up by special teams. Dante Hall's 36-yard kickoff return put the Kansas City offense in terrific position. Short kick again. From the 16 is Jimmy Williams. Right up the middle, 35, across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Gary Stills, special teams leading tackler, with the stop there. And let's go back to the touchdown.
Well, let's watch John Tate and look at the block that he gets on this sweep, the kick out. Nice spot on him. Nice kick out. Casey Wigman, the center, pulled around, Nice seal off on the inside. Priest Holmes, patient, good footwork, just walks into the end zone.
There is Priest Holmes, and we have an injured player on the field. And while we check things out, we'll take a break and come right back to San Francisco in just a moment. Dion, Dan, and Boomer have scores and highlights. That's next on the Nextel Halftime Report. Jason Belzer was the injured Chief on the ground. Walked off the field under his own power. Garrison, Hurst, and Beasley now behind Garcia on first down from the San Francisco 42. Garcia. Little behind his intended receiver, Ty Streets. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. And let's go down again to Armin.
Greg, you know, with Jeff Garcia, so many times he plays with an edge. He's still trying to earn respect in this league. And Steve Mariucci saying he went a long way last week. Jeff also, with this off-the-charts game he had against Oakland, Jeff telling us last week, I felt like I finally had the last word to prove to other people, not necessarily himself, what kind of quarterback he is. And Greg, quick update on Derek Deese. He's back in the game after some treatment on a twisted left ankle. Back to you.
All right, Armin, thank you. Jeff Garcia having another good day throwing the football and was as pumped as any quarterback you could find last week after that victory over the Oakland Raiders.
Good job, man. Good job.
Well, Steve Mariucci said it's the best game he's played since he's been a San Francisco 49er. And Armin, just to say, you know, Jeff Garcia talking to us on Friday said a few things. I went, it's never going to change. He's always going to have an edge. He's always going to feel like that he's not accepted as a top-flight NFL quarterback because that's who he is. That's why he's successful. That's what makes him tough. He went to Canada. You know, you've heard it a lot. He's come down here. He just plays with a chip on his shoulder, and I really believe that's one of the reasons why he's so successful in this league.
Garcia looking at a 3rd and 7 now, out of the shotgun. On the move. Midfield, diving, and gets a first down.
The Kansas City Chiefs, they're into perfect defense to stop Jeff Garcia from scrambling forward, but the defenders wait too long to come off the wide receivers or the receivers underneath. Everybody is looking, and Jeff Garcia gets to the ground just in time. A little bounce off the turf with that head. But he's fast enough, athletic enough to always just avoid the really big hit.
This is Hurst. And Hurst fights his way to the 45-yard line where Greg Wesley makes a stop. Once again, for an NFL Today update, Jim Nance.
All right, Greg.
All right, Jim. Meanwhile, we have another player on the ground, and that's Eric Hicks, the fine defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs. We mentioned earlier, came into this game as the Chiefs' sack leader. He'd be a tremendous loss. 7:21 to play in the first half. We'll take a break.
On CBS is sponsored by TD Waterhouse. All the tools and services to keep you in control of your finances. And by Radio Shack. This month only, you'll find great deals on home entertainment products only at Radio Shack.
Well, Monday on CBS, an all-new night of America's Best Television, starting with The King of Queens, followed by Yes, Dear, Everybody Loves Raymond, and the #1 new comedy of the season, Still Standing. Then don't miss TV's #1 new show, CSI Miami, plus The Late Show with David Letterman after your local news, Monday here on CBS, America's most watched network. Eric Hicks is helped off the field. He'll be replaced by Richie Owens, number 97. And I mentioned to you, Phil, you saw Dick Vermeil out there as he was out there when Jason Belzer was injured. It's not that other coaches don't care, but Dick Vermeil really wears his feelings for his players on his sleeve. 2nd and 6. Garcia, crossing pattern, got his man inside the 30. Ty Street still on his feet to about the 26-yard line.
Well, Kansas City wants to keep Jeff Garcia in the pocket. They're doing that pretty well today, but the problem is they cannot run with the wide receivers. Watch Ty Streets as he comes across the field. Look at the separation he has against Marcus Patton, and then make the catch and some yards after the catch. Ty Streets bringing more speed to the San Francisco 49er offense and it's really helped him.
4 catches for 41 yards today. The give is to Hurst, and Hurst just inside the 25-yard line. Meslowski and Eric Downing with the stop.
You know, the one thing Jeff Garcia said, you know, Ty Streets has come in. J.J. Stokes, he got hurt. But he says what Ty Streets does bring, speed and the ability to really adjust to the football once it's in the air. So a quarterback loves that. Throw a bad ball and the receiver somehow maneuvers to catch it. That's what you want.
Garcia looking at a 2nd and 8. 6 different receivers, 5 different ball carriers. And we get a whistle.
Terrell Owens moves.
You know, something else Jeff Garcia was talking about.
False start, number 81, offense, 5 yards. Repeat, 2nd down.
He was talking about how he loves to talk to his coaches about, well, let's just play catch if the opportunity presents itself sometime.
Well, spread the football around. That's what you want to do, especially when a defense is going to play a soft zone. Easy for me to say.
Garcia gets rid of this one and hits his man, the tight end Justin Swift. That's to about the 21-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 5.
You know, too, and a lot of people, Kansas City fans, are home probably going, oh, I don't know about this defense they're playing, because they're moving the football. Remember, this is a good offense you're going against, but you're just hoping to sack the quarterback, to hit a receiver after he catches it hard, make him fumble. A 10-yard penalty, something of that nature will stop a drive. And also, a zone defense takes the pressure off the young defenders which you have in the secondary.
Garcia on 3rd down, gets rid of it. Nice catch by Hurst, and he dives for a 1st down to the 15.
See, you got everything you want on defense. You pressure the quarterback, you make him throw it off target, but Garrison Hurst makes a terrific catch to keep the drive going, and it really was a terrific catch. One-handed. Finally, pressure on the quarterback. You know, you could tell Jeff Garcia wanted to move, nowhere to go. One-handed catch by Garrison Hurst.
No problem. 1st down from the 15-yard line for the 49ers. On the reverse, here comes Owens. Owens to about the 12. Greg Wesley with the stop.
Shoot, you go, well, that's a good job of the defense. They really stopped the play. And you look up, every time I think that, it's a 5-yard gain.
Well, I know you always talk about preaching patience on offense. And every single one of the guys we talked to last night, the difference between the Chiefs defense earlier this season, which was less than sterling, and the one they put on in the win over the Oakland Raiders, is that they didn't give up big plays, and they aren't doing that today.
Yeah, they're not, but the 49ers are being efficient and taking advantage of all those short plays and stringing them together for a touchdown drive and field goal.
Garcia, quick pass. Owens trying to reach for a 1st down at the 5, gets it to the 6. William Barty with the stop. It'll be 3rd and 1.
You know, Greg, and you got to stay with this philosophy, because physically, I don't think they can man up and try to pressure this offense and win that type of battle. So another way to get the football to Terrell Owens, and a good tackle by William Barty.
Terrell Owens' numbers, he's been running it and catching it. There's Kevin Barlow. Now deep in the backfield behind Garcia. The pitch to Barlow, left side to the end zone, touchdown. A workmanlike drive by the 49ers, led by Garcia, ending with Barlow in the end zone.
We had the Kansas City Chiefs last night say to us, we cannot over-pursue, because the 49ers have all kinds of counter plays. Bootleg throws by the quarterback, and you saw a counter play that time. Jeff Garcia almost running an option. Easy touchdown for the 49ers.
The extra point is good. We also had the Chiefs telling us you can't wait too long to go the other way, because that split second will cost you. 17-10, 49ers.
Watch Gary Stills at the top of your screen. He's going to come down inside, and just being fooled by the fake inside by Jeff Garcia is enough to allow Kevin Barlow with his speed to get outside and beat Shenard Harts to the corner.
Phil, I don't want to say that offense is the order of the day, but we've had 5 possessions, 5 drives, 5 scores, and the 49ers lead at 17-10, and now it's the Chiefs' turn again.
Well, the Chiefs actually had a touchdown called back too, Greg, or both of their possessions would have ended up in touchdowns.
From the 8 is Dante Hall, and brought down at the 25-yard line. Paul Smith, number 27, with the tackle.
Did you notice my new telestrator, the things I'm doing over here? Circles, lines, I got it all going.
I'm waiting for you to screw it up just once.
Well, I'll do that, you know, because that's okay. I don't put that kind of pressure on myself thinking I'm not going to mess up. But wait, I've been getting on the computer. I got a new telestrator. I am truly high tech.
You know, I haven't seen any evidence of the computer thing. I only have your word to go by.
No, I've been doing it. I've been reading articles and going up on, you know, all the CBSSportsline.com. I even type it in myself.
You are Mr. High Tech.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
First down, Trent Green on the draw. Holmes looks like he lost his footing. Give him a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, the middle of the field. We talked about the outside of the field might be slippery, but really it's the inside. It's a little soft. And when Priest Holmes makes the cut, looks like he stepped on Brian Waters' foot.
Green down the sideline, and a little miscommunication there. Eddie Kennison turned it back up, and Green threw it long. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, the miscommunication was Jim Flanagan is hitting him. That'll make a quarterback not make a right decision and throw a football off course. But Flanagan pressuring the quarterback, that makes Trent Green throw it over the head of Eddie Kennison. You know, defensive linemen will do that. They don't understand it really bothers a quarterback.
Kennison, Hall, Morton, and Bo Richter are the wide receivers. Green goes down at the 20. Dana Stubblefield, number 94, his 2nd sack of the season. Dana Stubblefield, 10th season out of Kansas, cuts this drive short, and Kansas City will punt it away. The offenses have been so outstanding today. We get our first punt with 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Straczynski kicks it away, and it's not a great punt at all. Bounces, takes a San Francisco bounce, and it'll be down between the 45 and 50-yard line. And coming up on the Nextel halftime report, join Jim, Dion, Dan, and Boomer for all the scores and highlights. That's the Nextel halftime report.
Well, you know, I found somebody that feels just like me, and that's Deion Sanders. You know, I watched the pregame show, and no matter what Boomer says, Deion and Boomer, well, whatever either one of them says, they're going to disagree with each other. I like that.
Kind of like you and I.
No.
Line of scrimmage, the 45-yard line.
Well, can Kansas City get their defensive line to start putting enough pressure on the running game and Jeff Garcia to allow them to keep playing a conservative defense?
Garcia over the middle, just behind Owens, and he couldn't hold on. It'll be 2nd and 10. And you can tell Garcia not real happy with that throw.
Well, let's watch, Greg, as we see the tight end, Justin Swift, is going to go across the field, and Mike Maslowski is going to be covering him. And I've seen this about 3 times today. The first guy going across the field shallow is really beating the defenders for the Kansas City Chiefs. So far, Jeff Garcia has not picked that up, but I know the coaches are going to tell him about it at halftime, and he'll probably hit the second half.
On 2nd and 10, Garrison Hurst left side to about the 41. Crockett and Wesley in on the tackle. How about these numbers on Jeff Garcia? Since halftime of last week, he is 32 out of 38 That's right around 85%.
He's just lucky. That's all it is. Just luck. No, it is amazing. You know, you always come out here and we always hear the coaches that they look at him and they go, gosh, we could stop him. And I don't know, how's he getting it done? And finally, this year, we're hearing the coaches, just like Greg Robinson, defensive coordinator. He goes, man, this guy can just play. Well, what else can you say?
On 3rd and 5, quick pass, and that's complete. Owens looking for running room and finds it inside the 25 to the 24 or 23-yard line. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, there comes the blitz. They finally get aggressive. The 49ers pick it up, and then you got Shenard Hartz trying to cover Terrell Owens down the field one-on-one. That is not a very good matchup for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Clock continues to move. 40 seconds to play in the first half.
Plenty of time. Still got 2 timeouts.
Another quick pass to the outside, and this time Owens just couldn't hold on.
You know, what did Greg Robinson, he was talking about Terrell Owens last night to us, and he really is. He's, you know, everybody would like to have a receiver like him. Of course you would. The size, the speed, he catches it, he can outrun you. But Greg, we see it all the time when you watch films on him. He can overpower you too. Straight arms defensive backs, just like a running back would, and just gets him to the ground and just keeps on running.
2nd and 10. Owens in motion to the near side. Garcia outside. Harrison. Hurst inside the 15 and diving. Looks to be just short of a first down. We get a timeout called, stopping the clock with 21 seconds to play in the first half, and we'll be right back. The only punt of the day was that man, Dan Straczynski, and it was a 25-yard punt that gave the 49ers great field position, and they're trying to take advantage of that right now. 21 seconds to play, 1 timeout to go, and you see they are that short of a first down. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Well, the 49ers come in here. Jeff Garcia was telling us, he goes, you know, I've been studying all week trying to figure out what this Kansas City defense is going to do, because every game they've had a different game plan on how to play an opposing offense. Well, what he saw against the Oakland Raiders with Greg Robinson is what he is getting today. And the 49ers, I think we're expecting a little more of aggressive defense by Kansas City, but they have adjusted very well. Jeff Garcia, tremendous in recognizing what the defense is doing and taking advantage of it.
The question is, if you're Kansas City, do you do a change-up in the second half from what you're doing now?
No, I think I'd stay with what I'm doing just a little bit longer, Greg, because like everything, when you do it, you get in rhythm, and you hope that you'll get better at it as the game goes along. We got a little delay on the field. I do not know why.
Well, we're going to take a look at the spot of the ball here in the final 21 seconds on that last play. This is an automatic review from upstairs. That didn't take long.
The review involves the spot, the dead ball spot, in relation to a first down.
It is going to take long. Ron Blum forgot to make his announcement before he took his exit stage left.
Yeah, a lot of times when they have the reviews on the spot of the ball, it becomes very difficult because you need landmarks on the field. So if you do it somewhere between the hashes and it's out and there's no yard markers, it's hard to readjust a yard or a couple feet one way or the other. But this review comes from upstairs. Neither coach challenged. I can see why. If you go by the yellow line, of course, as you can see, it looked like maybe Garrison Hurst was over it for the first down.
And the difference naturally is instead of a 3rd and 1, which might result in a defensive stand and a field goal, it's a first down for San Francisco.
Well,
Let's take another look.
This would be a big advantage for the 49ers. See, from that angle, there's nothing to look at to mark it against on the field. So you'd have to do it somewhere inside. This is a better angle. Does he make it past? Did he make it past the 18-yard line? I think it's really close. He definitely made it farther than where they have it marked. They have it marked on the, I'm sorry, that's at the 18. They have it marked on the 14-yard line, and it should be much closer
to the 13.
To the 13-yard line.
And if they do change this, and if this is a first down, this is pretty unusual because the spotting of the ball we don't see change very often.
Not too often. We've had many coaches challenge it, and when they do, even when you can see maybe it's a half a yard or whatever, it never results in the first down or a big change of philosophy. But again, if this is a first down, the 49ers get to throw it into the end zone a couple times.
This isn't going to cost anyone a timeout because this is an automatic review.
There's not enough visual evidence to change the ruling on the field. It's third down.
Okay.
Like we said, it doesn't happen very often. It's a third down now for San Francisco, and they are 7 out of 9 on third down attempts so far today.
They love to throw it to Terrell Owens in the slot.
Give it instead to Hurst, and Hurst, did he get there? Where's the spot? Clock's still moving.
Clock is moving.
And finally, they blow the whistle to stop the clock. And it's ruled a first down. So San Francisco has one timeout, and the clock is rolling, and now Garcia spikes the football to stop the clock.
Well, this is interesting. What will Steve Mariucci do now? Will he go ahead, take the safe play, kick the field goal, or does he try for one more play to throw it into the end zone? Still has one timeout. He's mad because he feels like, and arguably so, he lost some time waiting to see if it was a first down.
And now he wants to take that timeout right now, and he wants to talk to Ron Blum.
San Francisco.
Steve Mariucci. Jeff Garcia is walking over to the sideline. He's not the one that Mariucci wants to talk to. And look at Coach Mariucci all the way out onto the field. We have 7 seconds on the clock. The 49ers have just used their final timeout.
Greg, it's an argument. It doesn't matter if he wins it. There's been a play after that. They spiked the football, so he cannot regain that time no matter what, but he can, voice his displeasure. So it looks like the 49ers, no timeouts, will take one more play, pretty risky here, to see if they can get it in the end zone.
We've talked about this earlier this season. Coaches know what kinds of plays they can run and how much time it'll take off the clock.
Yeah, and what you do, you line up. It's all up to the quarterback. He is in charge of the clock. If he gets single coverage outside, you throw it there. Or if somebody comes open quickly over the middle in the end zone.
Garcia. This is going to be the last play. Looks like intercepted inside the 5 by Eric Warfield. Well, that doesn't happen very often to Jeff Garcia. Only his 5th interception this season. And he's picked off inside the 5 by Warfield.
Risky play. The interception doesn't even matter. It took too long. The clock was going to run out no matter what. And Steve Mariucci did not give enough instruction to the quarterback. You got to make a quick decision, get rid of it.
Let's go down to Harmon.
Tight game, big play at the end. Your thoughts on the first half?
Well, we can't stop them right now. They haven't punted. Of course, we've only punted one time, but we got down there and we had a touchdown call back with a holding, which everybody's seen. And we just can't afford to stop ourselves with a penalty with the efficient offense that they have. Then we have him trapped here later on third down, and he runs for the first down. So but I like where we are right now because we've been a very good second half team, and they haven't been as strong in the second half as we have. So I think the odds are in our favor.
All right, Coach. Thank you, Greg.
Boy, Dick Vermeil voicing the same concerns that the Oakland Raiders had last week. They couldn't stop Jeff Garcia on third down either. That's the end of the first half with our score. The 49ers 17, the Chiefs 10. Jim Nance and company with the Nextel halftime report. After this message and a word from your local station, you're watching the NFL on CBS.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Halftime Report. Nextel, bringing you wireless solutions.
The Nextel Halftime Report from New York. Jim Nance here, along with Dan, Dion, Boomer.
Yeah.
What a wild day this has been.
Wild,
we got a tie. We got a tie in the books for the first time since 1997. I know you're all upset about it, and we're going to get to that now.
I'm going to tell you why.
You think the Steelers mismanaged the clock?
They should have used their timeouts, and they didn't use them. They had 2 of them. They left both of them on the scoreboard.
All right, meanwhile, the Patriots and the Bears 6-6 here, Dano, at halftime.
Not much going on in this game except the longest field goal in New England Patriots history. Adam Vinatieri, 57-yarder. It's good. Ties the game 3-3.
All right, so now it's 6-6 at halftime. 2 explosive offenses tangling at San Francisco, Boomer.
San Francisco with a little bit better defense than KC, but here's Kevin Barlow taking a pitch from Jeff Garcia. This game should end up in the 30s, be a wild second half.
In Arizona, good first half performance by Corin Robinson and Alexander in the end zone twice. Steve Spurrier's returned to Florida, and the Jags lead at 10-7. Got a field goal right before the half. How about earlier today? The Rams with a big comeback.
And Mark Bulger with a huge day. 4 touchdowns. This one right here takes him ahead for good to Isaac Bruce, who had 3 on the day. The Rams win 28-24.
You think Jeff Blake's happy? A 1-yard touchdown pass to Travis Taylor.
McNair touchdown right here to Shad Meyer. He tells us what's going on.
This team is focused at, even when we was 1-4, we didn't give up. We stayed together as a unit. We did what we had to do to get a win, and we done rattled out 4 straight now, but we still got a lot of work to do. We still got to improve in certain areas and to get where we want to be.
Colts were on fire today.
Peyton Manning known for his play action fake. He finds, guess who? Marvin Harrison, 43 yards for the touchdown. Bonnie, do your thing, girl.
Peyton Hall, your 3-game losing skid against one of the best NFC teams. Big picture, I would imagine this is a big one for you.
Well, it's a huge one. We were on the ropes a little bit, and we were confident coming in, but obviously we were a 4-4 team coming in, playing one of the top teams in the Eagles on the road, and we just had a mindset to come out and try to make some plays early, and we did that with the running game, hit the big pass play to Marvin early, and kind of set the tempo.
And here are the New York Giants. Give it to your best football player, Tiki Barber. He takes it in to put the Giants ahead, and the Giants go on to win a big game.
And Joey Harrington back to pass. Ball gets tipped right here, and Marcus Anderson goes in for the score, putting the Packers up 23-7.
With under a minute remaining, Brooks to Stallworth in their corner, 7 points.
They also ran one back on the last play of the game. Defense did.
All right, here's what I'm talking about, guys. Here's the Hail Mary at the end of the Pittsburgh game, but 2 plays prior to this, Pittsburgh's defense stops Michael Vick, leading to a 4th and 3. They should have called timeout. They didn't. The Falcons ran the clock down to 8 seconds, and they missed the field goal, and that's why they had to throw the ball here.
I've never been here before. I told the team, I don't know what to tell them. I've never had a tie. I know we didn't lose. I'll say that. We did not lose today. We squandered an opportunity, but we did not lose this football game.
You know what? You could have told him why you didn't use the timeouts. He should have used one of those timeouts. They would have had about
50 seconds.
There was about 50 seconds left when they got to Michael Vick. If they would have used one of those timeouts, they would have had much more time and had a chance at a field goal for themselves.
And that is the first tie in the NFL since the Giants and Redskins played a 7-7 game back in November of '97. Second half coming up. Thanks for being with us.
CBS Sports presents the Nextel Halftime Report. Nextel, bringing you wireless solutions.